Hound loves the natural wonders of Earth and prefers it to Cybertron. Brave, fearless, loyal, he secretly desires to be human. Hound uses his turret gun as a radar scope and infrared radiation collector. He tracks machines as well as humans. His hologram gun projects three-dimensional grid laser light holographic maps. Hound is vulnerable to thermal and electromagnetic interference. The toy that would eventually become Hound originated in 1983's Diaclone line from Japan. Turning into a Mitsubishi Jeep J59, this character was imported in 1984 to be part of the first wave of Transformers. Hound was featured throughout the first 2 seasons of the series, having received the most screen time in the original episode pilot, More Than Meets the Eye. Hound was initially set up to be close friends with Spike Witwicky, but after the pilot, the writers shifted this archetypal role over to Bumblebee. Hound's toy was discontinued in 1986, as he was quietly never seen again after the Transformers the movie. There, he is seen in 2 brief moments. First, he is part of Cup's work crew on Lookout Mountain. Then, he is later seen at the base of Optimus Prime's shuttle ramp. After that, he was never again seen in G1 animation. Like many of his original Autobot contemporaries, his death was assumed, but never confirmed.
And just like that, we're all back for another episode of Transformers. And there's someone here to watch with me this time. It's my original G1 Hound. This guy was one of the first figures I ever collected as a kid, and he got a lot of playtime. As you can see, his front tires don't really exist anymore. Some of you younger collectors may not realize this, but back in the 80s, these things had actual rubber tires as well as die-cast metal parts, something they don't do anymore. Some kids had a lot more discipline than I did, and they would collect Transformers and just keep them on a shelf safely in the room. I took them outside and played with them, and I don't know anybody who had played with Transformer figures that still have the original rubber tires intact. That said, I will cherish this guy forever. So, let's not waste any more time. This is Season 2, Episode 25, Day of the Machines. Let's get into it.
Midnight. Quantum Laboratories, well-guarded home of America's most secret scientific inventions.
Huh? Boy, the absent-minded professors around here.
Our story begins with the clueless but well-intentioned actions of a security guard who takes personal items out of people's offices and puts them into the Lost and Found, proving he doesn't understand the concept of Lost and Found. After a brilliant stealth infiltration of Quantum Laboratories, Megatron needlessly makes the most noise he possibly can. And again, nobody hears this shit? Seriously, it's time to fire your entire security team and start over.
The most powerful computer on this planet. Torque 3.
The most powerful supercomputer on planet Earth has the face of a Marvel supervillain. Let's see where this goes.
Now you are being programmed with my personality, my instincts, my contempt for the weaklings who would deny me the ultimate greatness I deserve.
I am yours to command, Megatron, Master.
Watch. Talk. Utilize this mechanism. Make it do your bidding. Talk. Cease attack. Well done, Talk.
I await further instructions, Master.
So place these circuit linkers on every mechanism in this facility and make them our army of defense.
And that's what we like to call exposition. And now for a scientific debate that's about 40 years early.
Perhaps Torque 3 is too smart for mere men to control. We must continue the pursuit of knowledge, Paul.
But Torque 3's potentially capable of controlling the whole world. What if the wrong people got control of him?
Man's future depends on the development of sophisticated machines. Torque is the first machine that can build other machines. Robot welders, robot constructors, robot-controlled doors, even robot file cabinets.
Wow, the future will be amazing.
Realize how late it was. We should go home and get some sleep.
Perhaps you're right.
In a cruel twist of irony, the plot kicks into full gear.
This isn't supposed to happen. I'll call maintenance.
Maintenance can't help you, Dr. Gates. I control Quantum Labs now.
Perfect. Direct hit. That makes Torque captain of that oil tanker.
Through the power of magic bullshit sci-fi microchips, the Decepticons make an entire fleet of tankers fall under the control of Torque. Somehow. Elsewhere, Optimus Prime receives vital exposition of his own.
Tran 1.
Unexplained change in oil tanker shipping patterns.
All those tankers are converging on a spot near the Decepticon undersea headquarters.
They carry a vast energy supply, Optimus Prime.
My olfactory sensors detect a rat named Megatron.
Solid guess.
Quantum Labs. Emergency frequency.
Optimus Prime, thank heavens I've reached you.
What's wrong, Dr. Gates?
Our supercomputer, Torque 3. Someone's altered his programming. Torque seems to have taken control of all the machines in the compound.
Hang on, Paul. We won't let you down.
Paul? That got awfully personal, awfully quick.
We nail them first?
Affirmative. Skyfire, take Hound there.
Roger, Optimus Prime.
Let me go too, Optimus.
Very well, Spike. Autobots?
After deploying Hound, Spike, and Skyfire to investigate the rogue fleet, Optimus and the others roll out for Quantum Laboratories.
Roll out!
As the Autobots attack the lab, Torque defends his ground with swarms of military vehicles under his control.
These things are driving themselves!
Stand clear, Wheeljack!
Great shooting, Optimus Prime. Stop those armored vehicles.
Good grief. More bad news.
Wheeljack, take those lasers out.
Optimus comes up with a backup plan.
And that's to stomp it flat.
Dinobots!
I only hope they can get here before we've had it.
One of the most fascinating things about Transformers is its ability to be retold in any time period. And as technology changes in our civilization over the years, it allows new avenues, creative roads that a writer can take the story down. In this episode, two characters seem to be having a very, very intelligent conversation about the future implications of what AI could do. This is a conversation we are all having right now, and we should be having it. I know there are a lot of people out there who are very concerned about the impact that AI is going to have on our culture as well as our global economy. But look, we can all rest assured, because right now in history, more than ever, the youngest people in our workforce are driven, hardworking, motivated, and would never take the easy way out of getting the job done. Wow, we're kind of screwed, huh? Let's talk about Hound.
Marvel Comics' Hound in both the US and UK never received much story attention. He was one of several Autobots taken offline by an evil duplicate of Optimus Prime. He was later revived and soon after killed again by an overpowered Starscream in the Underbase saga. Hound had two figures that were planned for Generation 2, however neither of them were ever released. Interestingly, one of these toys was listed as Sergeant Hound. Hound would not receive another figure for 10 years, when he was chosen to be one of the classic characters used in the Alternator line of figures. And shortly thereafter he was sold in a 2-pack with Ravage as part of the Transformers Universe line. And then again he was released as a Combiner in the Combiner Wars line. This Hound could merge with his combiner team, as well as Skylinks, to become Sky Rain. His next biggest role in Transformers lore would go to his live-action counterpart, voiced by actor John Goodman. This Hound had a beard and smoked cigars. Don't ask me to explain how this works, I frankly don't care. Just like most characters in the live-action movies, this version of Hound was an obnoxious asshole.
Cut the crap before I drop a grenade down your throat.
Thanks to Netflix's War for Cybertron series, as well as his updated 40th anniversary release, the classic look of Hound lives on. From our overcrowded collector's shelves, he continues to observe everything and remember even more. God help us if he ever tells anyone what we get up to.
There's still more of them! I don't believe it!
Through the power of editing and commercial break time displacement, the Dinobots arrive right on time. With full-blown Dino Rage, Torque's arsenal is flattened in no time.
Good work, Dinobots! Now follow me!
Autobots, help! Optimus Prime, over here!
The Autobots move in to free the human prisoners. Once liberated, they are brought up to speed on everything the audience already knows.
That's impossible. Torque can't run machines that aren't designed for remote control.
He can now. We found this on one of the tanks.
Every vehicle that's attacked us has one of these on it.
And you can bet it's not standard equipment.
It'll take more than those auto fools to shut me down.
It's a safe bet those doors are locked.
Fortunately, I have a delicate lock-picking technique.
Invoking the Patriot Act, Optimus leads his troops into danger.
Take cover!
Speaking of exposition dumps, let's check in on our B-plot, shall we?
The oil tankers, guys! Look what's up ahead. The Decepticrum's plan is beginning to make sense. They're gonna pump all that oil down to their headquarters.
Uh-oh, Hound, look, a force field dome.
There's no way we'll ever break through that!
But if we could get inside, we could knock that pumping platform out of commission.
Okay, everyone got that? Skyfire makes a landing that must have made Harmony Gold shit themselves with legal rage. And yes, you could even do this with the toy. With the assistance of a yellow Constructicon, Megatron siphons oil from the tanker.
Ship ready for cargo removal, Megatron.
Then prepare to siphon off another tanker full of oil!
Not so fast, Megatron!
The Autobots arrive in time to shoot their guns.
Decepticons attack!
Hound, look out! Let go of me, you beaky bird brain! No!
Skyfire! Laserbeak's got Spike!
You drop him on the rocks if you don't...
With Spike being the constant liability that he is, our heroes are taken as prisoners.
Get back! My only chance is to take you out for a spin!
After taking down Torque's machines, the Autobots press on.
It's the last of Torque's machine army.
There's only one way to find out. It's some kind of maze!
Why do you delay, Autobots? I'm waiting for you.
That's Torque.
We can't risk going in all at once. The rest of you wait outside.
Continuing on alone, Optimus overcomes the perilous labyrinth, but is thwarted by one last obstacle.
My friend.
A remote control circuit breaker!
Come to me, my pet.
Optimus is totally screwed.
You are mine now. Soon all Autobots will be my slaves. And I, Torque, will be master of everything.
Oh no!
So, for this episode, I really wanted to do a video about Ken Samson. He's the actor who's behind the voice of Hound in Transformers. When I went to look him up, I realized he doesn't have a lot of voice acting credits. Most of his career is live-action acting, and if you look him up on IMDb, you will see this man work consistently for many decades. He got himself paid. But he only had 3 voice acting credits that were of note to me. The first one, of course, he was the voice of Rabbit in Winnie the Pooh.
Oh my, the sun is already up. I have to get to work.
Yoo-hoo! Bunny boy!
Good morning, everyone.
Yes, it certainly is. Perfect weather for swordfish hunting.
Wanna join us, long-ears?
Swordfish? There are no swordfish in the 100-acre wood.
What makes you so sure? Just because nobody's ever caught one?
Well, at any rate, I am not going anywhere.
You know what they say. All work and no play makes somebody a something or other.
I have too many things to do to stand here wasting time.
Now, if you are a fan of Alvin and the Chipmunks and you saw the Chipmunk Adventure, you would remember a character named Inspector Jamal.
Now don't try anything stupid. Just hand over the dolls.
And of course, he is the voice of Hound.
But if the Decepticreeps are collecting all that oil, shouldn't we nail them first?
And one other character in this episode, he is the voice of Dr. Paul Gates.
Our supercomputer, Torque 3. Someone's altered his programming. Torque seems to have taken control of all the machines in the compound.
Hang on, Paul. We won't let you down.
Seriously, what's going on with these two?
We now return to Optimus Prime, who's up Schitt's Creek. Or is he?
I am your master now, Optimus Prime, and soon I shall rule all.
Don't count on it, Torque.
How can this be?
While you were busy bragging, I slipped a dead circuit linker card into your robot's hand.
Oh, snap.
Destroy him!
In a word, pwned.
The Autobots must have gotten to him. No matter, I'll control them myself with this and bring all the oil takers under my force dome.
That prototype hydrofoil is the fastest thing in the water. Good hunting!
Just bring it back in one piece. I only have 97 payments left.
It's out.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Meanwhile, back at the B story, Spike discovers a major plot hole inside the cell where he's been held captive the whole time.
Stand clear, you two!
An electromagnet.
Careful with that thing, Spike.
I don't have a metal body, so it's no problem for me.
And with that, our heroes can now escape, as the plot allows them to.
Autobots approaching. They'll never get through my force field dome. Proceed with the pumping.
The force field generator.
Hey, frenzy!
As the rest of the Autobots approach, our heroes inside cause a distraction in order to get close to the dome generator.
Stupid Decepticon.
Hound takes down the shield generator, Return of the Jedi style. As the Autobots strike, old enemies talk a little smack.
Your pumping days are over, Megatron.
I'll see you on the scrap pile first, Optimus Prime!
It's just a cold, hard fact of life. You can't sell robots that shoot at each other without showing people robots that shoot at each other. This has been Business 101 with Leo McCrumb.
Without Torque, he's still controlling the tankers.
As Prowl briefly becomes the narrator, Optimus Prime's next goal becomes clear.
And if I can get it, it could be the perfect tool to nail this mission down. I'll take that transmitter, please.
The transmitter is mine!
Okay, catch.
And this works. Fine.
The game's not over, Prime. I'll be avenged!
Megatron retreats, and Optimus does nothing to pursue him, thus allowing the series to continue on after this episode.
Where's he going in such a hurry?
I don't know, but I'll bet anything it isn't good news for us.
Thanks to the slowest explosion in the history of this very explosive cartoon series, our heroes know it's time to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Let's beat it!
We are in
transistor parts.
Hello, Skyfire. How about a lift out of here?
And so, Skyfire saves the day for the last time. Bummer.
If everything's secure here, Dr. Gates, we'll be on our way.
It is, Prime. But I'm not sure I'll reactivate Torque 3 yet. Not until we can make him absolutely tamper-proof. You see, like all machines, Torque is basically unreliable unless properly monitored.
Machine? Unreliable?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Later that day, Paul was canceled and completely discredited in the scientific community.
I'm speaking naturally of,
Autobots?
You took the word right out of my mouth. It was in there with my foot.
What an asshole.
And that, my friends, was the Transformers in The Computer That Wore Tennis Shoes. Now, were there mistakes in this episode? Well, you know me, I'm an asshole. Let's just get on with it.
Boy, the absent-minded professors around here. Always forgetting stuff. But that's what Lost and Found is for.
I mean, why stop there? Just grab the chair and the desk and all the books on the shelf. Hey, take the whole office and put in Lost and Found while you're at it. This was a carefully planned stealth infiltration by the Decepticons. So why risking so much noise now? Wouldn't it be less risky to just rip through the fence? When this next explosion happens, you should be aware of the fact that there is a GAR standing downstairs outside this exact building.
I'll call maintenance.
Maintenance can't help you, Dr. Gates. I control Quantum Labs now.
Torque has seized command? But how can that be?
Find anything metallic, Professor. Ballpoint pens, paper clips, and hurry!
If you're ever imprisoned in the workplace by a supercomputer, just get your hands on some ballpoint pens and paper clips. It's the fastest way to call the Autobots for help, apparently. This guy is making a video conference call 10 years before the internet takes off. For some reason, he needs to use his landline telephone receiver in order to do it. Thank God for ballpoint pens and paper clips, am I right?
Affirmative. Skyfire, take Hound there.
Roger, Optimus Prime.
Let me go too, Optimus.
Very well, Spike.
As always, the Autobot away team is only completed when you add an underage minor to it.
Optimus Prime, you called me Grimlock and other Dinobots?
I'll say, stop those vehicles.
We help. Always get Autobots out of messes they get into.
You know, Grimlock's not exactly wrong here. Slag clearly has a line that was removed, but still moves his mouth as if it were animated around specific words. Same with Sludge. Prime has red eyes instead of blue. Prime's face is blue instead of gray. Sideswipe's head is solid red instead of solid black. Hook is the wrong color, and I'm wondering if this episode was designed and animated before they decided to change the color of the Constructicons to neon green and purple from their original orange-yellow color in Japan. Once again, this is why you don't bring a minor into these kinds of situations. Why does the interior of this human oil tanker look like the inside of a Decepticon base?
Don't worry. When the time comes, I've got a plan.
When the time comes, why don't we just get the hell out of here now? Oh right, plot. Megatron regains control by using the fastest laptop computer that 1984 has to offer. Okay, how did this thing get in here? Why was it left in here? Is it a human device or a Decepticon device? And either way, why would you leave it in the cell where it can clearly be used as a means for escape? I mean, why not just leave them a key and a series of loaded weapons as well? The powerful electromagnet that holds Rumble and Ravage in place has zero effect on Hound or Jetfire as they pass right by it.
You see, like all machines, Torque is basically unreliable unless properly monitored.
Machine? Unreliable?
Yeah, wait a minute. But of course, there are some machine types one can always count on. I'm speaking naturally of,
Autobots?
Seriously, Paul, nobody likes a robophobe. And finally, and sadly, I believe that this is the final episode that Jetfire appears in. I know there's one time that his model shows up in Season 3, but because of legal disputes, he wasn't able to go on or be a part of Season 2. So when he makes this landing, I like to think that the people at Marvel, Sunbow, and Hasbro did this as a direct fuck you to Harmony Gold. And if so, big on them.
Well, I do hope they'll do better next time. And hey, speaking of next time, do you like sexy female ninja robots? Because man oh man have I got an episode for you. Please come back and check out the next episode, Enter the Nightbird, one of my personal favorites. And, as always, please like, share, subscribe, and comment, because these things help the channel. And hey, I'm also on social media too. So as always, thank you for watching, and I do sincerely hope to have you back for the next one. Take care.
You knew him?
His name is Skyfire.
You knew him?
His name is Jetfire.
Have no fear, Skyfire's here! Have no fear, Jetfire's here!
Hound?
Right here, Prime.
Scout the area. See if you can locate the Decepticons.
Just turn me loose, Prime. I'll sniff them out.